What's up, guys? Episode 47 here. Welcome to Watch from Plot. Got more content coming your way. It is 7:57 a.m. Yes, I know how fucking early it is. They're reviewing a show called The Blackmail, and it is exactly how the title suggests, blackmail. Now, this show is like a cursed version of Five Cards. Now, Five Cards is already cursed as is, so make it more cursed, and that's what you have here. And essentially what happens is exploitation, violation, and blackmail relation. You know what I mean? Just a lot of bad shit going on. It all starts off with a physical. It's like those little annual Japanese physicals they have, like everyone has to measure everything part of their body to get put in the statistical anomalies whatsoever that are the measurements booked in the Japanese. I don't know how that works, but it's always been a trope that I've noticed in most romance, drama, comedy animes that are surrounding high school. And while they're going at it, they introduce themselves by saying the names like,
"Oh, Miku, you were Asuka's sister, oh, Tanami, why would you say that?"
You know what I mean? They're doing that bullshit there. And while this is happening, we flash to Asuka, this girl here, getting confessed by Ryusuke, this guy here, and them basically accepting each other. Like, yay, cool, we're a relationship. While that was happening, Aya, her friend, and her sister, Miku, were both watching that happen. Now, Miku was watching it because she was curious what her sister was doing. Aya was watching because she wanted Ryusuke for herself, but let him slip out of her hand, which will be later revealed on at the end of the plot. Now, at this point, you're probably like, hey, where's the blackmail? I came here for blackmail, not a blackmail, but blackmail. Here it is, right? This is where it all starts. So, first of all, we have Aya, right? Remember I said Aya was in love with Ryusuke? Well, she wrote a really mean-spirited letter that was like spitting acid at Aya. It was supposed to be mailed to Ryusuke, but she didn't want to do that. She instead held the animosity to herself, taped the letter, sealed it, put it on her desk, fell asleep, woke up, letter got replaced. She didn't know it, just went on about her business. However, someone did get her letter. Someone named Yumiko. Now, how did she get her letter? Well, she just took it from her hands. But why would Yumiko take Aya's letter about Ryusuke from her hands and basically just read into it and see how implicitly jealous she is of Asuka and put Asuka in such a compromised position? Well, it's because Yumiko wanted revenge. Now, why did Yumiko want revenge on Aya, this random, jealous high school girl? That's because she's more than a random, jealous high school girl. She was caught up in this massive trafficking ring with Yumiko and was forced to film Yumiko get. Instead of blaming the people who did all that action, Yumiko just goes straight towards Aya because she's still entrapped and ensnared by the same people who violated her the first time. So now with this in mind, Yumiko's like, hey, Aya, look at this. See, this I did to Asuka. Aren't you glad? See, aren't you glad I saw your letter? I'm trying to help you. Remember the good old days? Remember the good old days? You fucked me over. Yeah, well, guess what?
I'm gonna fuck you over, and I'm fucking over the person's fucking you over. So therefore, I'm doing like the best goodness.
She's just rattling, going off, this, that, and third. And while that's happening, another gym teacher named Miyaki is friend group Tanami. There's so much shit going on. Like, it just, like, episode 2 comes in and we're basically going deeper into how like entrenched everything is with one another. So Yumiko, after giving Aya what she deserved for revenge quotes whatsoever, she goes immediately back to Miyaki, which is her partner for some reason, and they're just going through the list. You know, they got Aya, they got Miku herself, they got Mizuki, which is Aya's sister. They got Asuka. They already got Tanami. They're now at Reika now because rubbed on the train tries to stop it. Asuka denies it and instead helps the person who was violating her violate Reika. The reason she did that was because Asuka was getting blackmail from naked pictures of herself. Oh my fucking god. So basically I'm trying to say is like a lot of shit goes on. Atrocious shit, essentially. And we're at episode 3 now. Episode 3 really gets kind of interesting because at this point we see Asuka's like, damn, all that shit that happened to me back then, just constant, just it feel like it never happened. It's a thing in the past. She blinks, she's about to get married, you know, she's got her mother, she got her sister Miku, got Reika. Everyone around is like, yay, marriage time, woohoo, pog. And you know, they just left her alone. It's time for her to see her groom. And when she turns around, surprise, surprise, it is Aya. However, Aya looks a lot more mature, so I assume it's the years afterwards. So we're like, what the fuck happened here? We flash to present time and we see Aya crying, looking at Asuka because she know what she did to put Asuka in that position. She know how Asuka was distraught, how like much pain Asuka's in right now. And it's mainly because she thinks it's her own fault, even though Yumiko orchestrated the entire thing. Now, at this point, Aya is just lost, right? She's completely lost because her whole plot for revenge is just worthless now because the revenge wasn't sought out in her own favor. Instead, it got acted upon by someone else with nefarious acts that didn't really fulfill her own revengeful action. I mean, it just kind of like they overdid it. And also they kind of punish her as well for trying to seek revenge. It's a weird position she's in. And at this point, she confesses everything to Reika, who consoles her because she was crying when she saw Asuka and just ran off. And then Reika's like, fuck, dude, that's terrible. You know what? We're going to save them. Okay. I mean, I know Asuka fucked me over. She kind of, but hey, we're going to save her and her entire family because their entire family was getting raided as well. And at this point, Aya finally submitted to herself. She gave him everything. And Miyaki came yet again, no pun intended there, obviously, and then started going through them once again. And Tanami, the first victim that he violated way back in episode 1, came up with a fucking broomstick that's like 40 pounds heavy, clocked his head, and now he's just dead. He's dead on the ground. The man's dead. The coach is dead. That's good. Good job. Good job, Tanami. However, now there's a sense of emptiness right here, right? What happens now? Asuka's entire family is just getting ran through, and we have Yuki and Aya here just free of their burdens now. Well, Tanami is like, hey bitch, listen, I know you started this whole shit, but hey, look, if you can save Asuka, then I'm pretty sure she'll forgive you and your conscience will be clear. So she does that exactly. You know, she goes to the house and she sees that Yumiko is just stabbing everybody in that bitch. Why? Why is Yumiko stabbing her own teammates, the same people who are violating the entire Asuka family line? Because when Yumiko was trying to I know you're losing track of me here. I know. Because when Yumiko was trying to protect Miku from any more damage than she thinks is too much for Miku, her own teammates, you know, the bodyguards who were just walking gum stains everywhere. She's like, hey, bitch. And then she snaps, kills them all. And then she's like, you know what? Hold up. I'm going to frame everything on Miku's mom. Because all these random guys came in. There's semen samples all inside of them. So I'm going to come here, kill everything, burn everything to the ground, and end it like that. So she starts to go for Suka, about to stab Asuka because, you know, Suka's kind of one of the reasons why this whole thing started. And this happens. Yes, Aya stops the stab mid-thrust. I don't know how she did it, how fast she is. Instant teleportation, I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is basically that stab right there stops Yumiko's actions from furthering on because of the fact that, well, she kind of cares about Aya. Now, I didn't forget to mention one thing. So Ryusuke, the guy who confessed to Asuka, he tried to come to the house and save everyone. He knocked out one of the assailants, but then the other one came down and knocked his ass out, and then he had Asuka right in front of him, you know, his girlfriend. And then they made Reika. This shit, man. I'm almost done though. Trust me, I'm almost done. Now we have a bleeding Aya in Yumiko's hands. All of her plot to seek revenge on Asuka and then ask for Aya's forgiveness is just done now because she's about to die. Regardless of what Aya put her through, whether accidentally or not, Yumiko still liked it. And so at that point, Yumiko just left with Aya and to never be seen again for years later until the wedding ceremony where they both came in the middle of church, the end. It's a mix of everything. You're gonna hate it. It's so fucking cursed. Why did I watch it at 7 a.m.? I genuinely don't know why I watched it at 7 a.m. I'm gonna regret this for the rest of my life. Not because it's like, oh my god, there's shit everywhere. Oh my god, look, there's a no. It's because like the plot itself, like it seems a bit too realistic to even try to be jovial about. Because like it's probably happening right now as we speak. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, that was the Blackmail. It was like 3 parts of it. If you only watch the second part, which, let me be honest, I'm gonna hesitate on for sure. You know, let me know. This shit, bro. Like, if you wanna feel in the void, I would say watch this. Sure, why not? Just if you wanna be depressed, go ahead and watch this. That isn't a good feeling. Watch it. Go ahead. Sure. Have. Here, go ahead. You know, or it'll erase your morality and make you a degenerate heathen, or it'll make you, you know, turn it off at the first 10 minutes. All right, guys. I'm not sure if I do it. Good night.